Hey guys, what is up? I am Devildriven. We got Mr. Green Knight here today.
Hey, what's up?
A rare two TLG guys on in a week, man. How you doing today, sir?
I'm very good, very good.
So you're really liking this Uprising? You think it's broken?
Uh, I think it's very strong. I'm not sure if I like. I do like. I like NR a lot. It's probably my favorite faction, but I don't like it when factions are like really broken. And I'm not sure that it is, but it could be.
Yeah, I messaged Wasubi. I was like, I haven't played Uprising yet. You want to record something? He's like, just ask Green Knight because he's the master. And I was like, okay. So we have the master on. We had a couple games here. One of them was a mirror, and the other one was against Lippy, which should be up here right now on the ladder leverage with Wasubi. So that
Yep.
was fun. But let's go through some of the highlights of the cards real quick. Things you want to do and not do, like the key components are, your Draug, of course, right? You want to, like you were mentioning, like the rule of thumb on the vanguards and stuff.
Right. So, okay. This style of deck has been seen before. For anybody who's played like previous ladder leverage NR decks, or maybe off of our meta reports in the past. A lot of these cards have been seen before. Kind of the setup with Draug and Sabrina, and then you've got like the good golds like Falibor, Dahlia, Baron, Prince Ansace. There's no Philippa here. She's quite expensive. She's a bit hard to fit in, but don't feel like the deck needs her too much. But Uprising is it feels like a much better um, Royal Inspiration. Is
Yeah.
that the right one? Yeah,
Yeah,
Royal
me, yeah.
Inspiration. Um, because she's about as good across the entire game, but you also have the option to just store that power for round three, right? You don't have to split it across the entire game. So she just seems like a very flexible leader.
Right.
Um, she spawns a Scytheman, has 4 boosts. So not only does she support other boost related cards, but it all just starts to snowball, right? Like you boost 4 units, you get a Scytheman, which is going to be, who knows how big it's going to be. It's probably going to be at least 7, right? Maybe more. And then all of these boosted units now support cards like Visagard and the double Scytheman. Like Visagard in this deck is so powerful. I would say it's better than Falibor in this deck, maybe.
Yeah, it's
Um,
kind of like Herald, the leader ability. It reminds me of, like, it's just
cause
boom, you have all these points. It's like,
yeah, it's nice to see a deck which is really rewarding, synergies, right? It's definitely nice to see that. I just think maybe it's a little bit overtuned.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Visagard's going to be dealing. I've had games where Visagard's dealing 13 damage. Now that's not commonplace, but it just goes to show like how much the deck can snowball.
right. If you get more than 13, send me a clip.
Yeah,
Some of the other things that are really cool about the deck, you were mentioning, like the Royal Guards. Like
Centrion. Yeah.
you can
So this
combo them up with Adelia and reinforcements.
That's right. Like previous iterations, like in the past matters, like they would have the caravan vanguards, they'd have a Dahlia, they'd maybe be playing reinforcements as well. Obviously, that all combos well together and helps you get plenty of humans and just puts lots of points on the board. The vanguards will also get boosted as well, which supports a lot of the cards. But the Royal Guard, it's kind of like a cheap alternative. It's only 5 provisions. If you imagine not playing these cards, what you'd be playing instead, I mean, okay, maybe you could play Vincent, maybe you could play some other 5 provision cards, but you wouldn't be doing anything too fancy with these provisions. And what this gives you is it gives you a short round Adalia target, um, or just an alternative Adalia target. You're not always going to draw your cards. Um, what I've found is that you usually, you might not have your full Vanguard package, but you've got your Royal Guards, or you might not have your Royal Guards, but you've got your Caravan. So it feels like you've just added an extra layer there. if that makes sense, where you're just usually going to be getting good Adalia value, good reinforcement value.
Right. And plus two, it's like insurance greens. You know what I mean? You got they boost themselves by 3 once you get one. You could boost the other one with your leader ability. So I mean, like
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to knock that green strength off of there.
I mean,
And
if you talk about the numbers on them, so you've got a Dahlia, 2 Royal Guard, 2 Centurion Royal Guards, and the reinforcements. So that's like 4 components. I would say if you've got 3 out of 4, then you're getting really good value. And if you hit the lottery and have 4 out of 4, which is not like that rare, it will happen.
Right.
Then you get a lot of points. The last Royal Guard will play for 14 points.
Yeah, that's pretty huge for some bronze cards. I mean, like,
yeah,
like you said, it can happen. I just like that they're like green, they're boosted up green strength right off the bat. Like once you get that first one down, it's like, you know, because I mean, your opponent can use like a gutting slash on it, but I mean, they want to save those for like removal tools. You know, they don't want to just knock something down a little bit. You know, they want to either get rid of something or they're setting up a boar or something. But I just like that they got that extra green on them.
Yeah.
And then if you feel like you're not running into, well, everybody's playing hidden cache.
Flexible.
Yeah, hidden cache is everywhere right now, from what I understand.
The weakness of this exact setup right now is not having Purify, right? You could definitely get into some trouble against defenders, as we saw in one of the games.
Right.
It was very awkward for us to get through the defender.
Right.
So, I would like to say that, you know, cards like the Boiling Oil, the Bomb Heaver, they're very cuttable. You can play a Pella if you feel like you need a Purify. You can find a way to fit Vincent in the deck. You could cut Sabrina. You could cut the Royal Guards as well. Like if you feel like you need tech cards like Sabrina or the Pella, they can find their way into the deck. Right. There's other options as well, like you could play Matter instead of ADC. It is going to cost you 1 more provision, but you know, there's definitely some different things you can do.
Yeah, sometimes too though, like Mata can screw you over. You know, you give your opponent like a poison or something. You gave him a poison target and extra coins, man. It's like sometimes Mata is like kind of like not as good as people think it is. It's good, but sometimes it can really screw you over, man. With
I think when Matter came out, we all looked at it and we were like, oh, it's so good, right? Because you get 6 points and you just think, okay, what's my opponent getting? Probably like a 4-point bronze or a 5-point bronze, and it's not always the case, especially in more recent metas, right? Like you could be giving them a poison, and not only is that, like that could be the poison that they need, right?
Yeah, Fizztech. Yeah, you give them a Fizztech, really and they're sitting there with that hound that's useless, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I just killed this 12 strength, unit.
Imagine our opponent played Matter, and it's like a longish round, and it gave us a Scytheman, right? And that Scytheman plays for 11 points.
Right. Yeah, it's counterintuitive sometimes. So sometimes like Mata can be. She's a double-edged sword, for sure, man. Yeah, she gives you your bomb, but she might give your opponent something that fits the second piece. That being said,
she extends the length of the game. She's a human, and she's quite a thick lady. You know, she's 6 base strength. She's not
going anywhere. Yeah,
too easy to remove. So there's definitely some selling points there to play her.
Belly dancing keeps you in shape for sure. Here's a couple games, guys. Mr. Green Knight, like always, thank you so much for stopping through. Good luck to the UK team today in the Gwent Olympics. What is it called? World Cup, right? Is that what we called it?
Yeah, the Gwent World Cup.
Yeah, so good luck to that.
Watch out for that, guys.
Yeah, are they gonna have them on? What channel are they gonna have the games like broadcasted and stuff? Are they?
I don't know for certain. I would imagine it will be on Aratuz's Twitch channel. Yeah. That would be my guess.
Will they upload them to YouTube and stuff, or you have no idea?
There's been a lot of preparation going into this. I suspect so. Yes.
Yeah, because I probably won't be able to watch them on Twitch. But
if you're interested and you know where to look, you'll find it. either go to Aratus's Discord or go to Aratus's Twitch channel. You should be able to find out where you can sort of follow the games and stuff.
Right. But like always, go to teamleviathangaming.com first.
Yes.
All right, guys. We'll see you at the end.
Catch you later, guys. Bye. Well, I mean, obviously it goes wide.
Ooh.
Not your lucky day.
Some kind of a short round, right? Like where you get bled effectively. The problem is most decks don't seem to be able to do a good job of bleeding.
So we dropped the Heaver, huh? No Heaver in Uprising. Yeah. Famous last words.
Oh wait. Yeah, if it's Northern Realms, we can kick it out. Okay, this hand. We have a. Do we want this caravan in hand?
Do we want 2 Maulers?
We could kick out the reinforcements here, actually. Because we don't want to spend the reinforcements on a 4 provision card this round. And if we kick the caravan, then we could end up in a situation where the reinforcement's not that good.
Right.
If we imagine this is an exact mirror, like really close to an exact mirror, then I think it's there's an interesting sort of mini game that goes on in round 1. At least if both players
Let's give up now.
If he passes too early, or if we pass too early, we could easily get 2-0'd, I think. And if you try too hard to win round 1, then you know, we could maybe just pass. And that would also be really good for us.
Do we get the Mauler up before he plays a guard? Or do we go knight ourselves?
We do have the Baron in hand, so it's not like we need to feel like really rushed to shut down this engine. I think I would just set up our, like, just mirror the play, I think.
Long live etc. etc.
And this card's doing a little bit better in the meta because
Carabalista. We might be getting we might need that bomb heaver.
I mean, it's probably Carabalista is just a good card. It's just not a human, sadly.
So now we go Mauler.
Yeah.
Hammer now.
He might not be a Draug deck.
Questions later.
Could be an engine deck. He could be some kind of a Redea mid-range deck. Or he could be a Draug deck with he just decided to play some Caraballistas because
Could have settled this amicably, you know.
they're pretty reasonable cards to play even in a Draug deck.
Do we hit the armor or do we hit the Mauler?
We don't hit the Mauler, but do we hit the armor? So if we hit the armor, like, we basically lose 2 damage, and we also take 2 damage, right, when it moves to the melee row.
Right.
So we're basically losing 4 points to stop it growing. And I don't think we care if it keeps growing, because we have Baron in hand.
Right.
We don't mind spending Baron if it wins us the round in the next few turns.
So we just play
Like, we
another
can-
Mauler and hold.
Yeah, I think we play out this Mauler, and then we could consider...
Smile, you
And we don't need to use
blood
any charges here, because...
Yeah, he doesn't have any damage on board.
Well, he has this Mauler, but the point is we have 2 Maulers on board, so he would most likely have to choose between killing either of them. There he goes for the TA. We could be aggressive with Falibor here, but it's kind of expensive. Does it get us ahead? So it's a 12-point Falibor. We use probably both of the Mauler charges. At 16 points, we'd be at 27. And then the turn after, we could play Baron with a leader charge to reset the guy in the back. But what's our... Let's go for it. So we set it. We knocked down the Caraballista to 3 first. Let me take this fellow ball. This is expensive, but
I
it's
can't fail. I cannot fail.
and yeah, I think we use this because it's in danger. Like he's probably gonna respond with his own powerful card here.
I think he's playing blue stripes.
You think?
Usually when you see people setting up these, trying to set up these twos, you know.
We dance. For young
Another
is the
line
night.
here is to Draug to win on even. Like if we, for example, if we spent Draug here, we 100% win on even, pretty much. But it's super expensive. We could Royal Guard ranged, and then we just threaten to reset with the Baron next turn.
That seems a little bit more, especially since
reasonable.
especially since we got this, you know.
We already spent Falibor. Let's
If the kingdom arts
find where
ahead,
we can.
I'm giving yours.
So he plays Mata. What's he pulling with Mata?
Maybe you were right about the siege.
Yeah.
I mean, if siege comes down here, then this round has not gone badly for us because.
Huh.
Okay, so he's gonna take this Vincent here. I mean, that's not.
Nasty business, that.
Now I think we go in with the Baron melee row. We can boost it up and reset the card in the back. It'll apply a lot of bleeding,
Put
which
up- put
basically
the
just
bloody
disables
frog
the
here.
engine.
Nice.
So at the moment we've spent, we've spent 2 strong golds.
Right.
But what's going to happen here is we either win on even, which I think is fine, or he has to spend big golds just to get out, right?
Yeah. Or
Okay, we get the round uneven.
nice. So I mean,
that being said, Falibor is probably the best short round card that the deck has. So we need to be careful that we don't, like attempt to 2-0 and fail to 2-0 him and then somehow lose a short round because we've spent more. We've got a lot of the cards we need here though. I would kick out this engine, the
Knight.
the Redanian Knight, yeah. Okay, Sabrina, that's huge. What does ADC pull? Visigoth.
It's between that and the 2 guards.
Oh, it can pull the Sentry and Row Guards. That's kind of unfortunate. We could kick out.
Scytheman?
So we could mulligan the ADC or the Scytheman here. Kind of feel like.
Hey.
Yeah, that's actually perfect. Because now, so if you imagine we sort of imagine we played every card in the hand. We go to top decks. If it's just bronzes versus bronzes, we're gonna have Royal Guard, ADC into Royal Guard, reinforcements. So now we're kind of in a position where we're probably either gonna 2-0 him, or if he does survive, we just go to sort of bronze card top decks, which we should win.
So we're going to Dahlia Vanguard though, right?
Yes. The question is, I think we play the Adalia back row, and I think we play the Caravan.
Melee.
Yeah, I think that's what we do.
Destiny is unswerving. Cheated. It will not
We
be.
just want to maximize the boosts, right?
Play around Philippa, huh? Does that play around Philippa? 4.
Yeah, I mean,
3,
both
2,
ways
1.
would have played around Philippa. It's just that if you play the first Caravan in the melee row, it gets a boost on it, which is good for your Visigoth, good for your Scytheman.
Ballista.
And he knocks the shield off.
So this is damage
Well-
2. He plays another one of these dies. Do we care?
No, I don't think we care. I think we just play the other one, range row. Or do we start going front row? Maybe we just go front row actually.
Stay
Because
true to our way, we must always.
Ansace can go front row, Visigoth can go front row. If we play it back row and then he manages to kill quite a few humans here with, say, like Falibor or Philippa, we could end up in a position where we just don't really have a good row for Draug.
Yeah. So he killed the one. Really? Why there? So he wants to set up his own Falibor.
What if we use 3 leader charges, not all 4? 3.
On these two.
On all of the unboosted units. So they all go to 4, and then we decree out the Visigoth.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And we go
Yeah. Nerd.
melee, right?
Yeah.
We'll never lay
We kill off
down
this
our arms.
ballista. And we can use the damage and set this other ballista down to 1. And then we just hold. And we're threatening to go all in here, but we've also not fully committed the leader, right? Okay, this is a good build.
It lived, though.
Okay. This kind of looks like a good Draug turn, right? We've got 3 humans.
And a bunch of ones.
And some 1s. Question is, do we spend the leader here? Because then we get an extra human in the front. I'm not sure. I think not. Because...
So
I think we just
Falibor is
Draug
going to
it.
kill 1, 2 of them. We still got...
I think if we... Because as much as you can, you know, you might be thinking, okay, we can get the Scytheman, and then that's an extra unit for Draug. I think we've got enough units for Draug. Like, with all these 1s on the board, should be fine. And I don't see how he answers more than... It's going to be hard for him to answer more than 1 of these Revenants. And so now what happens is, we get a bunch of Revenants, and then the Voimir comes down, and then the Scytheman from the leader, and the Scytheman in hand. Okay, that's really annoying.
Coat of arms is nothing you choose.
We don't have
Dare
a pure
not
attack.
mock mine.
We can get through it though, potentially, with Ansace. But if we played Ansace melee row, no, it's gonna be
One short.
It's actually it's very hard to get through. For now, I think what we should do is use the Revenant. We kill the Philippa. We
Which
should
one?
Chain,
Use the 4, huh?
use the 2, I think. And probably use the 6 to chain the 1 on our side.
Tomorrow we sup at home!
And now, maybe we could just Voimir here actually and not be greedy. Or
30.
maybe play around Igni with a... no, never mind. Nobody plays Igni, right?
How do you play?
Nobody
Oh,
plays Igni.
one leader charge, huh?
It's not even so bad if he has got it. Because it's not killing active Revenants. Okay, so he goes Baron, ranged.
With a hero in our midst.
Okay.
Does he get 20 in 1 card? Falibor does it, huh?
So we could use 2 Revenants, 1 to knock the shield off, 1 to take an armor off, so then it'll be at 7 with 1 armor, which is like an 8, right? Ansace could duel an 8, I think. Just about. Ansace will be left at 1, which we could then chain with the Revenant. Yeah, it's perfect. So we hit the defender twice. Ansace front row with a leader charge.
Come forth, coward, and your own doom.
Scytheman back.
My spirit's
And now we
willing
duel the
and
defender.
outward. Killing me.
And we chain... do we chain? I'm not sure if we actually chain. Maybe we don't. Because of the... We hit... Just don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Because of the Philippa. Or the Sabrina.
Because...
And he's stacking for us, though.
Why is that blue? Yeah, and now... we go with the Sabrina here? I think think we do. Yeah, I think we take the Sabrina. Because it's going to be fairly useless otherwise. And this is still... It's a 6-point Sabrina that gets a Revenant going. About as good as we can hope for. And it knocks the boosts off. Like, not only does it deny his Visigodd, but it kind of permanently denies the Visigodd, right? Because it's so hard for him to get the boost going that, oh wow, Kira. This could be the pass. Like, this is probably the pass.
Nature stinks.
He needs 20, right? I mean...
Or we just 2-0. It's up to you. I think both lines win here, but we could try and do some quick maths. If we pass here, he gets 2 points on the Vitality. He can use his leader charges here to get, like, let's say his last card is Visigodd. So he gets 1, 2. Scytheman plays for 5.
If his last card's Drog, though, right?
10. Basically has a 10-point leader with the Vitality. We should just be 2-0ing everything here. I know it's a bit mean to deny dailies. Go back row, go back row.
There's a
And I
time
think
to
you
reap, a time to
knock
sow.
maybe hit the Baron or the Kira. It's fine.
30 points.
I don't think he can.
I don't either.
I think
I
maybe
think
it would
it's-
have been better to pass just so that we can show like
The final
the
round.
the other Royal Guards in action because they're really good for the short round.
Alright. So he gets...
Aye.
Yeah.
bullied!
You did get you got super bullied. I feel bad for this guy.
Yeah, that was rough, dude. That was real rough. Alright. Try one more. It was okay. I was like, whoa, look at me learning from you guys.
Yeah, I mean it's an interesting. All right.
Well,
So,
here it is.
Probably a Lippy deck, right?
Yeah.
We got red coin though. That's really good for us. All right. So we've got these 2 engine bronzes. I don't think we want both.
So drop the
Um,
knight,
'cause-
huh?
Yeah, we probably, as a general rule, want to kick one when you've got both. He could have some engines. We don't know for sure that this is Lippy. He could have priests and stuff, so maybe we should keep the oil. It's unlikely that we're going to combo the Royal Guards this round, to be honest. So we could mulligan the Royal Guard. Yeah, this one, the Centurion Royal Guard.
Oh,
Okay, we drew. Of course.
The other one,
If
right?
I'd have known it was on top of the deck, I would have said to keep it. But
it's fine.
it's always the way.
Crow
All
Mother.
right, Crow Mother. So this still means anything.
Plunge all into murk with a shrill cry.
Setup.
So do we start with the guard or do you start with the knight?
I think we start with the knight. It's gonna get stunning blowed, probably. So there's not a lot we can do about that, to be honest.
Best give up now.
Yeah, we just get it out. Like SK can deal with this engine quite easily, yeah, or this.
Gutting slash.
And now we just play the the Radovid's Royal Guard range. It's kind of annoying that they're both Royal Guards, right?
Yeah. Radovid just stacked with armies, I guess. He's Savage Bear.
He goes for this. If we wanted to, we could play like a Dahlia into the other one and stuff, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Passing at 7 doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun either, but
No.
it's probably fine, honestly. Like if we were on blue coin, there's no way that we'd be able to get a pass just playing 3 bronzes. So it also can't be that bad to just pass at 3, right? At 7, sorry.
Yeah.
I think if we wanted to contest this round, it's just very, very expensive.
Yeah, you're talking like Falibor and stuff, huh?
Dahlia, Falibor, and then even then, I'm not even sure if we actually get there. So I guess we can just throw out the boiling oil. It's not effective, right? But we're just gonna pass next turn.
We get that purify though.
Yeah, purify
That throws that junk back into Lippy's deck.
Do you know what we should have done? Okay, there's no way. There's no way to purify both of them, right? That would be
No,
funny.
Okay,
he spends the decree here.
Yeah.
For a set. Okay, this is overcommittal in my opinion. I think he has Roach in hand. Because it's not come out.
Step careful.
There are some lists that don't run Roach for some reason.
Yeah, I've
My
seen
guess
them
is
too
got
with
it.
Knickers in it as well. I just think that's too many bricks.
Mm-hmm.
So we're out.
Yeah, I think we're out. Like, that's one of his big tempo plays that he could have used to bleed us. But on the other hand, if he's got Roach in hand, that's actually good for him because now he's taking it away and he gets those 3 points in round 2, right?
Yeah, and then his Vicar plays for 17 or 15.
Yeah. And this list doesn't run Vincent, so yeah, he can definitely get a lot of pressure against us. We should probably try our best to save Draug.
We don't
can
need the
mull out
Heaver,
this-
right?
No, we can kick the Heaver.
No.
Oh, we got the other guard. That's really nice, actually. I don't think we needed it, but that's going to help us out a lot. So, Mauler or the... probably kick the Mauler, because if we top deck into this... we top deck into this engine, if you imagine a short round, it's going to be very bad.
Yeah.
So, I think in this round, they're going to be roughly...
Yuta.
Like, Utah, okay.
So,
Just enabling.
no
his
one else
Utah.
dares face me.
We can go ahead and just play our engine.
The Knight.
Yeah. So
Long live, etc.
you might ignore this and just say it's fine. I'm gonna Morkvarg it later. But we're happy if he spends Morkvarg on this because he'd get a really good Morkvarg on the
Scytheman.
on the Scytheman or these Royal Guards. That's We're also happy to just play a Dahlia here and just start jamming these Royal Guards. It's fine.
No, it doesn't matter what row they're on, right? They just...
So, generally speaking, it's usually better to Draug ranged row, because there's a lot of your follow-up cards, like, I don't know, like Visigodd, Prince Ansace maybe, Bloody Baron. You at least like to have the option to go melee row with them.
So
sometimes quite risky to play them ranged.
a Dahlia guard, huh?
Yeah, I think I would go ranged row with this hand.
There are things in the universe of which even the sages have not dreamt.
He's regretting that decoction now.
Yeah, I mean, we could play around it. We could just put one leader charge on it.
That's true. I didn't expect it to be in the deck there. This is a different variation of it.
It's just a I think this is Lippy.
Yeah.
It's definitely Lippy. Okay, he Lippies and he puts Ceres. That's not good top deck, sir. So now he's just got a Ceres to top deck with, but then a bunch of bad cards.
Yeah.
And all these good cards just gone to the graveyard.
No, yeah, that's doesn't seem good at all.
That's not good at all.
So we're going Royal Guard back row.
Yeah, we can just start playing these Royal Guards while they're good.
None of you enter here.
If we had reinforcements in this hand, it'd be playing for 14.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I really like that. It
Pass.
takes the long one. I mean, we just play the other one, right? It's not valuable to us anymore.
Sound the alarm.
Yeah, I don't... Oh man, I can't wait for him to draw that crow. It's coming. It's coming, dude. You're gonna see a 2-point drop right here. Do they have any way to deal with Sabrina? Not really, huh?
Not particularly.
So we drop the Heaver. We for
She
sure
has
know.
last say. So yeah, we get rid of the Heaver. And we have ADC, that's pulling...
Visigodd
that's pulling
or-
one of the 5. So, and we also have the Decree in hand, so we kind of have everything here. We could consider we'd like a Caravan, but honestly I think we can... Maybe we could kick the Royal Guard. Is there a punishment for kicking the Royal Guard? There
Nope.
we go, nice.
Nope. So we start with the guard, right?
Yeah, we can play the guard, and it's just the same kind of thing. We probably want to develop
Back
the
row, huh?
back row because he has decoction back. Like he shuffled the decoction back, so if we were to play this melee row, he could just kill it.
I don't get why you kicked Morkvarg. Like, you just kicked like 2/3 of his deck in the graveyard.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
How do they say it on the internet? Yikes.
Yeah, that's a big yikes. That's definitely a big yikes. It's a shame for him because if he had the Ermion still in hand, what he could do, and if he still had the Lippy, he could Sigdrifa and then shuffle and then maybe get like double Sigdrifa, but yeah, he's not gonna be able to do that.
So where do we go with it? We don't want.
So we'll definitely want to spend Decree before the ADC. We'll probably Decree out the Voimir at some point and then use ADC for Visigoth. For now, we just want to set up some humans. It's kind of tempting to Draug now, actually.
Really?
As crazy as it seems. Like 4 leader charges on both, and then we spawn the Scytheman, and then just Draug on 3.
So we can do it now?
Yeah, I think that's the play. Because we deny the bleeding.
All the leader charges?
Yeah, all the leader charges so that we get the extra bleeding.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow.
Yeah, the bleeding is a problem, huh?
Because I think our only other reasonable play there was to just play Falibor and hit the bear for 3 damage, but it didn't feel amazing, right?
Yeah, and Onsace dies the decoction if he drew it. Which he did.
So he's gonna do this.
Hear your feathers whisper.
Now, so now I think we start to get these revenants chaining. So we can Falibor the bear. Does he have a bear in the graveyard?
He does, yes.
He does. So I think it's fine to kill it. He could have a Freya, but it's kind of...
We go melee, right?
Yeah, melee row, and we just chain one of these revenants on the bear.
I shan't fail. I cannot fail.
Okay, so maybe what we could have done instead of this line that we took is maybe we could have just played Baron ranged row. You know, on that turn when we went Drogue.
Yeah.
Might have been better. But
Stone. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Does he get 3 of them?
So yeah, he does. He gets 3. Wow.
Who needs your whole
that's
deck
annoying.
when you got Runestone?
So... Okay.
Do we use the armor guy now? Is it worth it? Or do we just drop the Scytheman? Or no, the Scytheman we want for the Voimir, right?
We can...
Onsace, back row?
Maybe Baron back row.
And just hold the charges, huh?
Hold the charges. And then we can go Visigoth next turn, maybe.
It would have put the bloody vodka.
Because I don't think we're going to get a full row.
He doesn't even have Sigdrifa, right? Oh, he has it in hand.
Yeah, he probably has it in hand.
Okay.
Vitek, down!
Okay, so I think... so we could use... It's actually in our interest to wait on the Baron. Actually, what we could do here is Ansace, right? And deal 4 to the bear, and then we chain it. Which is the most vulnerable Revenant? It might actually be this 4 strength Revenant, I'm not sure.
So we use
Yeah,
the...
I think...
use
No, I think we use the 4 strength Revenant.
For the king!
and then we just hold. Because now our Revenant goes to 1, right? Which means we can... okay, so he does this.
He got him slashes at 3.
Yeah. Now we've got to be a little bit careful because of our Sabrina.
Right. He's got one more of those in hand. Do we just take the Boromir now and hold the charge? Or do you think or do we reset our own Revenant? What's he gonna have that's green strength anyways?
So how much reset value do we get on the Revenant?
2.
2. I mean, okay, we could reset our own Revenant and then go to Boromir. I think that's okay, because then it's protected. I mean, we seem to be doing okay, but I'm sad to say I think I might have given some bad advice this game. With the early Draug, I think we should have just stalled out a couple of turns. Like, we didn't have a great hand for it, but we should have maybe just stalled out for a turn or 2.
Grimaced.
That is your brilliant move, truly.
So there's Nick. Oh, please have one of these crows in hand, please. So one of them's Royal Decree into...
We can just drop the Scytheman here, right?
He had... Wait. There's 3, right? Yeah. Scytheman.
At the moment, he can't deal 5 because he already spent his decoction.
Aye.
And if worse comes to worse, we could use Visigoth to trigger the Sabrina.
True.
He don't like you.
Is it too greedy to hold the charges?
I think we go Visigoth ranged here. Or maybe that's just... Maybe we could go melee row. If we go melee row, it's worse if our Revenant gets removed. We're dealing 6 damage with Visigoth, so we would be able to go melee row. Yeah, I think let's just... in times like these, you don't need to maximize the points, you just need to play safe. So we can just go Visigoth.
Melee.
Yeah, melee, and then I think...
We'll find the princess.
probably
win.
kill one of the Bear Masters at the back. 3 damage. Chain the Revenant, and then leave the charges on the Visigoth.
We retreat! We hide! Command the strength!
So here it comes. Does it fill the row, though?
Oh no, he should have saved. So he's trying to play around Vincent here, right? He's playing around Vincent by keeping his champion for last, but...
It's gonna be a big yikes.
Mm-hmm.
I am ready.
Armor blast! Tomorrow we supper home!
Not very close. And I mean, I don't think we lost too many points. Like, we probably lost some Voimir. We could have had a bigger Voimir. We could have had a bigger Visigoth. We maybe could have had a full row of Revenants.
I mean, we drew all our golds. I mean...
But we did deny 4 bleeding on the Savage Bear, right?
True. Not even close. I think him kicking his whole deck in the graveyard lost it for him. He didn't...
I mean, Lippy's not so easy to play.
Yeah.
At least it might start to feel easy once you've played a fair amount of games with it, but I think at first it's easy to make mistakes.
I was hoping to see that crow, I'm not gonna lie. Mr. Green Knight, awesome job, sir, man. Thanks for recording today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're recording this before the tournament, but good luck to you and the UK guys for the tournament today. I've been saying this for a while that we need a Team Wars type tournament where it's like TLG and Aretusa and everybody has a team in their own faction and stuff. I think it would be cool, but this is pretty
fun.
good too. It's like
I think it's really cool tournament that's been organized. It's definitely going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like the Gwent Olympics.
Yeah, I mean the tournament is just it is pretty stacked. It's got like all the best players currently and from previous tournaments, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, since Android came back, a lot of people have been coming back too. I've seen Shaggy's on the like in the top 10, 15 too, so it's good to see him back in action, man. So
yeah, for sure.
But like always, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Interesting. Could be material for a ballad, that.